This video is about the print function in Python. The print function in Python is used to display output in the Python shell. That's where we see the output. So let me first start my Python program. And as you all know by now, when we start Python, it gives us the Python shell. The Python shell is an interactive window where we can type in Python commands, and uh, when we hit enter, it will execute the command and show us the result of that command. So if I type in print hello world in my Python shell and now I hit enter, it shows me the text that I typed in without the quotes, right? So the print command, when we use the print command, we have an open parentheses because it's a function. Functions are like functions in math. When you say f of x is x squared, and then you say f of 2 is 2 squared, so you always write parentheses. So print hello world, when I use that print command in Python, the text that I want to see printed must be written within double quotes, and then the output that it shows me, or the result of that command, executing the command, is all the text that I typed in without the double quotes. So because I put a space in between hello and world, it showed it to me. If I did not put a space and I said hello world, uh, and remember we have to type the text in double quotes, then it's not going to show me that space. So if I put in multiple spaces, so if I say hello world, lots of spaces, and then world and an exclamation and end quote, this time I wrote the W in lowercase, then that's exactly what I'm going to see in the print, in the output when I run this. Now you also know that when you write your Python programs, which are more than just single lines, you want to write them in a new window and then execute them so that you can save them. You write them in a file which you can create by saying new window. So I already have a file, so I'm just going to open my file that I recently opened, which was print examples, and that had, and I'm going to close my Python shell. So here is my file with some Python code. So let's look at these examples. Ignore everything in red, pretend it's not there. So I have 5 print statements in my Python file that I want to run. So let's run it and see what happens. So run module, and I see the Python shell, and it shows me what was the output of these print statements. So um, if I line it up here, let's match what it showed us. So I had these 5 lines: print Jack Shepherd within double quotes, print 123 Lost Lane, print Boston, Mass with a comma. So whatever I typed in here showed up exactly. Whatever was in the double quotes showed up exactly. What if I put like a couple of spaces before the text after the double quotes in the address part of this? So I've added a few spaces, as you can see, and now I'll just save this file and then I'll run it again, and here's my shell, and let's see what we got. Well, this time we see the spaces right in the front of 123 Boston. So I printed out these 5 lines, and the address part is sort of indented because I added these extra spaces inside the double quotes. So whatever's inside the double quotes of your text, that will show up in the output, and the double quotes don't show up. And the reason for that is that the double quotes are used to tell us exactly what the text is. The first double quote is the start of the text. It says the text starts here even though there's spaces. Those are inside the text, and then the text ends there.